had he opened up more than he did.
Yeah, I mean, Deslaurier's coach has lifted him a lot after the final bell. Obviously not as the victor, but I think that's a small victory in itself, you know, getting through to the final bell. But I mean, it begs the question what that loss to Usyk did to him psychologically, because again, I saw him against Simon Vallily. Simon Vallily is a much more dangerous opponent than Deslaurier. And I know if Simon Vallily would have boxed Deslaurier.
I mean, he didn't get stopped by Alexander Usyk, so, you know, but this was a bad performance against a guy. Look at this guy's resume. You know, 1 KO. You know, you know, I expected more from him. You know, I was actually really excited to see the fight. Briedis returns after losing to Alexander Usyk in January of this year. And I thought, okay, you know, he's going to come back on the, you know, undercard of Usyk versus Gassiev and show why he's still in the mix. For example, the next fight coming on after this is live right now. Right now, what is July the 21st, 2018, 4:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, you know, just outside of Philadelphia. So, you know, he's I guess this was supposed to be a showcase fight to see what he was going to be doing, you know, going forward in the future and see if he would be a threat to possibly win in a rematch, you know, against a Usyk if he wins the World Boxing Super Series, or a, you know, and he should have stopped this guy early. You know, he should have stopped this guy earlier in the fight. But nonetheless, let me turn it up.
Единогласное решение судей. And the winner by unanimous decision, Briedis.
So, Briedis back to winning ways. Since being dethroned as the WBC Cruiserweight Champion of the World, a unanimous decision victor over Brandon Deslaurier of France, taking a 10-round distance, but surely he didn't lose a round during the course of what was a pretty comfortable victory over the man from France.
Несколько слов. Briedis хочет сказать вам.
Добрый вечер. 3 слова.
I hope they translate.
Французы сыграли очень классный футбол, поэтому я приехал сюда с усами надежды. Первый раз в жизни отрастил усы. Но, к сожалению, не было такого уровня. Спасибо вам за поддержку большое. Огромное спасибо.
I thought he was going to do a Tyson Fury and start singing for a moment then.
Well, you know, I don't think this sells him, you know, this fight sells him against the winner of the World Boxing Super Series. I do think it, you know, can get him the loser of the World Boxing Super Series. You know, we're going to find out who that is within the next, you know, hour or so from now, as we can see Usyk and Gassiev, you know, are getting ready to get in the ring. By the way, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Had some setbacks earlier this year, so that's why I haven't been really covering fights like that. But as you can see, looking around the channel, we're back full time. You know, so moving on, let's go look at the cruiserweight division and see who he could possibly fight. Right? Especially when it comes to this WBA situation. Okay. So, the winner of the World Boxing Super Series tournament that we're watching right now is going to come out the undisputed champion of the world, holding all 4 titles. Here is Briedis right here. He could easily be ordered to fight the winner, right? Or, you know, they could order him to fight likely somebody like Krzysztof Glowacki. I would like to see that fight. You know, or maybe even a Andrew Tabiti if it gets pushed for. And then you have Uni or Dorticos. So, you know, he has options. You even have Funfara, who's up there at cruiserweight right now. You know, there are options, you know, out there. But outside of that, maybe, you know, Denis Lebedev, who is the WBA champion in recess. And then you have Shumenov, who's the WBA world champion. And depending on, you know, how you rate Briedis, I see he can beat Shumenov. He can beat Glowacki. Andrew Tabiti, and the power of Dorticos may give him some problems if Dorticos is not damaged goods. Funfara is a question mark at, you know, cruiserweight, but he is a name. You know? So, I guess only time will tell, right? TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I mean, I wish, you know, I didn't like the performance. I was thinking like, damn, they got Briedis on the undercard. Who's he fighting? I saw the guy was, you know, undefeated. You know, wait, he was he had the 1-1, and I was like, damn, you know. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.